I cannot emphasize enough the importance of a fictional character's design. In this day and age, a character is either extremely popular because of its design, or extremely unpopular because of its design, especially in Dragon Ball Z. So that segues into the topic of this video. I'm going to be putting myself in a position where I'm going to be giving you guys 10 of my favorite Dragon Ball Z designs. I've given myself one rule to follow with this list, and that is only one form per character. So you won't be seeing Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan God Goku on this list at the same time. Taking the number 10 spot, we have Hachiak from Dragon Ball Z plan to eradicate the Super Saiyans. While I wasn't the biggest fan of the movie itself, no one can deny how badass Hachiak looks. And if I'm being honest, I'm not actually a huge fan of Hachiak himself. I know we didn't see much of him, but going back, the reason Hachiak is ranked 10 on this list opposed to maybe being ranked a little bit higher is because I don't feel like his design fits the world of Dragon Ball Z. But no one can deny he does look pretty cool, so he will get number 10. Taking the number 9 spot, we have the one, the only, legendary Super Saiyan, Broly. I talked about this in my last video. I love Broly's design, because he is the legendary Super Saiyan, and I do think that the legendary Super Saiyan should be bulging with muscles, and he should look like he's about to kill somebody, and he certainly needs to make it look like his power is overwhelming. The bottom line for Broly is this: his design encompasses who he is very well. Coming in at number 8, we have Red Shenron. How do you make Shenron's design better? Simply just make him red. And not just that, Red Shenron is also much larger than Green Shenron. Red Shenron's head is bigger than Kami's lookout. And not just that, he also makes planets explode if you don't bring back his Dragon Balls to the exact location of the original summoning of the dragon. Yeah, what an asshole. Taking out the number 7 position on this list, we have the God of Destruction, Beerus. When I first heard about Battle of Gods, I was very excited, but at the same time I was very skeptical about what this new villain's design was actually going to be. But let me tell you, when I saw Beerus for the first time, I was extremely satisfied. I loved how he was based off the Egyptian god Anubis, and honestly he looks and acts like a legitimate god. And that's why we love him. Beerus has an unbeaten record so far in Dragon Ball Z, so please don't let that change. Coming in at number 6, we have Super 17. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't like Super 17. The way he was made makes almost no sense, and honestly he shouldn't be as powerful as he was, but that aside, his design is brilliant. I've been saying this for years. I wish the original 17 looked like Super 17, and Super 17 never existed. Coming in at number 5, we have Goku Super Saiyan 4. I do think Super Saiyan 4 is a much better design than Super Saiyan God. That's not to say I don't like the design of Super Saiyan God. In fact, I do like the design of Super Saiyan God, but Super Saiyan 4 is much more visually appealing and just has that whole badass essence around it. Goku loses self-control while in that form, therefore making him more ruthless, less compassionate, simply resulting in him becoming more of a badass. Until we see more of a Super Saiyan God, I can't put it this high up on the list. Taking the number 4 spot, we have Lord Frieza. Now, I'm not just talking about Frieza's final form. I'm talking about all of his forms, his first form, second form, third form, fourth form, hell, even golden form deserve a place in the top 10. But which one of Frieza's forms is the best design-wise? Well, that's pretty obvious. His fourth form. Frieza in his final form is iconic. Not only does it bring back a bunch of nostalgia, but it's also a genuinely good design. It's not overcomplicated, and that's what I really like about this form. Taking home the bronze, we have Tapion. The resemblance Tapion shares with future Trunks is mind-blowing, yet I feel like he is so underrated. He has the personality of future Trunks, yet he looks like a more badass version of the Supreme Kai. Taking home the silver medal, we have Super Buu. I was never a huge fan of the fat Boo, purely because he was just too childlike, and that's not really what I wanted out of Dragon Ball Z. So I was stoked as soon as the evil Boo showed up, and then even more stoked when Super Boo turned up. Just like Frieza, his design is so simple, yet it works so well. And people ask me all the time, who's your favorite out of the big three? The big three obviously being Cell, Frieza, and Majin Buu, and I look at them and I say, Super Boo. So far we've gone through 9 of my favorite designed Dragon Ball Z characters. However, there are a bunch of Dragon Ball Z characters that I feel like I need to give mention to, so coming on screen now are the honorable mentions that didn't quite make the top 10. Taking home the gold medal as the best designed Dragon Ball Z character, we have Sin Incarnate, the devil himself, Janemba. After I hyped up Super Boo so much, what else can be said for Janemba? He pushed Goku to a Super Saiyan 3, and even though Goku was holding his own, Janemba in the end proved far too powerful. It was just epic stuff to see. To be honest, I wasn't actually expecting Janemba to be all that. If you were first watching the movie, you would have seen that Janemba was actually a fat yellow creature. Yet he transforms himself into one of the most badass designs you will ever see. Janemba so far is the best looking Dragon Ball Z character. Let me know your favorite character designs in Dragon Ball Z, and as always, I will see you in the next Dragon Ball Z video.